Morning. Morning. How are we? I'm frazzled, but I'm alright. I'm here. Who's going to be first up for their readings this morning? Let's see. Remember, you will go on the list, so comment, but sometimes there is times that we don't see you and we try and catch up later. Alright, so we won't forget you altogether. And if I see, when I go back over the comments at the end, if I see somebody I've missed, I'll then give you a reading anyway, alright? So don't panic, alright? I'm in control. I've got this, alright? Okay, so Kate's first. Kate Porter, hello darling, how are you? Let's see what we can get for you. Oh, Kate, you're a bit chaotic at the moment. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, sorry. Kate, you're a little bit chaotic at the moment. You're staying in too much. There's a woman with a sharp tongue around you as well. She's over 40, but she's been causing you some problems or saying some stuff that can be quite critical. And it's kind of, I want to tell you to not take too much notice of it, all right? And I see that, yeah, you're spiritual, which we know anyway, but you don't see good in the past. There's something missing there. There's a missing part of your life that you don't actually look at. Now, there is a pregnancy coming around you, all right? And I'm seeing that come through quite strong. It's at the top of the cards, all right? There's a pregnancy card. And so you're going to hear about it, and it's going to be somewhere close, okay? And I see that you are your own worst enemy, and you beat yourself up for having problems when you have sorted them, and they're really not your problems. You sorted it. They were your problems, but you sorted them out. And I see that your youngster's worrying you, the one with the issues. I see that you feel trapped by everyone else's problems, like you can't see a way forward. It's like you're, well, you've got gypsy in you as well, which means that you kind of like to change things. And it's like you feel like you're enclosed. There's no way forward. And I also see that you're juggling money, but this sharp-tongued woman keeps coming up as well. I don't know if she could be related to your other half, because I'm getting it as well, but he is your soulmate, so it could potentially be coming from there. And I see that the lovely card, I see the death card, which means you've been through the worst. You've gone all the way through it, you've dealt with it, and the best is yet to come, all right, my sweet. So that's good news. Let me see if I can get you an angel card, my darling. For you, we have Merlina. You're confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. So there's something you want to do, but you're not quite sure, and it's saying that you need to look into it before you do it, all right? I hope that makes sense to you, and I love you lots, and I'll see you soon. All right, Shah Pratt. Hi, how are you? You can't answer me, I know, but I always do that. You've got a lot of new beginnings coming through straight away, Shah. So things are changing for you, but you feel like you haven't got a minute to sort of stand by. It's like everything's going at a million miles an hour, and you haven't got a chance to look at what actually is around you. And actually, everything around you is fine. All right, in your own life, it's cool, but you're just like bombarded by kind of, it's not bad stuff, you're just bombarded, and it's telling you that you need to go ahead with your ideas. You've got plans you want to do, and you've got the Chariot, which means you're in the right place to do it. All right, so it's time to carry through that wall and do something different. All right, you've got a male spirit with you as well. Kate, you've got I'm getting two little boys just come through, and I know that's for Kate. Sorry, I hope you're still watching, Kate, because they've come through hand in hand. All right, and I think that's important, and they're holding an old lady's hand as well. Shah, you've got a gentleman, not particularly tall, and then you've got a lady who's, there's not a lot of difference in their heights, but I'm not convinced they're together. I think they're two separate people, as in from two different parts of a family. So they're not a partnership. all right? Because they're not coming through like that, all right? I hope that makes sense. Also, Shah, you've got someone around you who is over 20, and they rush into things without thinking. They do stupid stuff, and they would benefit from some counselling, to be fair. So they've probably got a little bit of anger issues and things like that, and it causes you some issues as well. And I see a youngster with a sharp tongue as well around you. But I see that yours is you don't see the good things about you, Shah. And you need to start seeing the good things because other people do. Alright? Let's find an angel card for you. For you, we have Athena. It's safe to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself, okay? So it's time for you to go ahead and be powerful and speak your truth. Alright? It's really important. Now we have Leanne. Hi Leanne, lovely to see you. Lovely to meet you last night. Leanne, why do you worry what other people think? I've got the judgment. So you worry what other people think. It's like I want to tell you to chuck it and fuck it bucket. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, you live your life. Don't let people, if they don't like it, they don't have to be your friend. They don't have to be involved. You all right? I see that there's a relationship and it's a good one, but I see that it has gone through its turmoil. I see that he's a worker, your fella, but he's going to get a new job, all right? So the new job, either more money coming into the house, one way or the other, all right? However that happens, there will be an increase in finances, which is good. And I'm also seeing you starting to leave other people's problems behind, which is great. There is a warning here, though, Leanne, and it says that you have to... somebody's going to come to you and ask to borrow money, and you need to say no, okay? Because they're not actually as skint as they are saying they are, and you would give them your last 2 pence, and they actually aren't as skint, and you completely skint yourself out. And it's okay if you can afford to lose it, but can you? All right, so that's an important thing for you to see there. And Leanne, you've got an old lady behind you who is she's cradling a baby, all right? So, and it is a tiny baby. I mean, it's not like a normal spirit child I see. She's cradling a tiny baby. I don't know if that's important. I see you juggling money, but you're more in control of your money than you used to be. But there's some learning for you as well, Leanne. There's something that you're going to start learning that's going to help you to earn more money, or somebody around you. So that's good. All right, that's a positive card. Let's see what I've got for you for an angel card. I have Adriana. I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts and dreams. One thing I always teach people, Leanne, in when I teach psychic development, is you have to believe what comes into your head, even if you think you're going mad. Honestly, if it's a dream, if it's intuition, whatever, always believe what comes in your head, because it's normally right, okay? So believe in yourself, sweetheart, and you'll go a long way. Next, we have Ria. Hi, Ria. How are you? I hope, well, you can't answer me, but I hope you're well. You've got a youngster with a sharp tongue who's driving you mad, and you're turning away from your good things about you, which upsets me because I know you've got a lot going for you, and yet you're turning away from it. You're choosing to turn away from it, and I want to say, turn around, darling, because actually you've done good in the past. All right, or it doesn't feel like it's always good, but you've done good in the past. All right, you've come a long way. All right, I can see that, and I see that you have got to get a couple of people out of your life, or you have recently done that. I'm not sure whether it's in the past or present, but I've got a couple of people who were not negative. They were negative people. They weren't good for your aura. They weren't good for your ethereal being. Okay, so you've moved those people on, or you will be moving those people on, but it's for a positive end. Okay, and I see that you are more in control of your problems than you used to be, but money's a bit of a mess. It's a bit up and down, and that causes you an issue now and again. Right, let's get you an angel card for Ria. Ria, we have Grace and Antoinette. To help heal the situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Okay, all right, sweetheart, I hope that makes sense to you, and I'll leave your grandfather's love with you, because that's who I've just been told is the one that stood behind you. All right, okay, I'll leave you with that. Jade Williams, hi, hope you're well. I see that you're aware of spirit now. You're seeing them much more than you used to, which is great. But you feel trapped, like you can't move forward. You've got that gypsy blood in you, and you want to move. You want to move forward. I'm gonna have to let the dog in. Sorry. You want to move forward. Sorry, I got eaten by the dog. You want to move forward, but you feel like you're trapped in a place where Jaden, you can't move forward. And I see that you also are worried what other people say or what other people think, and you need to let go of that. All right. Yeah, because you are making things your own. You put yourself on a cross. You put yourself in a position where you blame yourself for other people, and it's like being put in stocks in the olden days. All right. So I want you to stop doing that. Okay, that's important. And the chariot means that you need to go ahead with stuff. Okay, you've got plans and ideas, and it's time for you to go ahead with it. All right, sweetheart. I think you know that anyway, if I remember rightly. And we have Fiona. Now you've asked for the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. You absolutely do. All right, sweetheart. Believe and it will happen. Oh, was it dream, believe, receive? All right, I say it all the time. And I'll continue saying it probably until the day I die. Right. Next person is Andrea Julie Weller. Andrea, you've got quite a deep depression there. So you've had some issues in the past, and how that will work, I don't know. But you've had some problems in the past, and they're quite. It's like I want to say again for you that what you're doing is you're not seeing good in the past, and you need to turn around and see that again. I've said that all morning so far, and it's like that deep depression has been an issue. I see that you are gypsy in your blood, so you like to change things, you like things to be different, all right? And I see that you actually, there's a man behind you who's an older man who gives you good advice, all right? You don't listen, but he gives you good advice, all right, Andrea? Maybe you should start listening. And I see that there's a bit bitching going on behind your back. I'm sure you'll find out what it's about. But it's not going to cause you a day's worry. But I'm just warning you it's happening. So don't always trust everyone. Because someone's out there with a big mouth. And they're saying the wrong thing to the wrong person. Alright? I'm going to find a card for you. There's a pregnancy coming up for you as well, Andrea, somewhere. So be careful. If it's not you, it'll be someone close. Alright? You're a bit chaotic at the moment, I can see that, because the cards are flying out. Well, yes, definitely. This is your one. Right, so you've recently, or you've lost an animal, obviously. There's an animal coming up in the cards. So you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. Okay, so that's obviously something you potentially need to hear. Right, Claire Stones. Hi, Claire. I hope you're well. You've got a whole heap of people behind you. I've got a man and a woman who step together hand in hand, so they would be a partnership. Whether they're your grandparents, I don't know. But it may be further back, it may be great-grandparents. But they walk in hand, and I think that one died and was so desperate to be with the other that it's a relief that they're together in heaven, all right? I hope that makes sense. I've got you seeing the spirits as well, Claire. So although you maybe can't see them particularly clearly, you know they're there. So you may be sensing them rather than seeing them, all right? And I see that you are starting to leave other people's problems behind, all right? But there's a move card, but that doesn't mean you're moving home. It can mean you're moving on the situation. But what it says is it's a warning card again, because you have to let go of the other people's problems to get to the new beginning you really want to be at. All right, sweetheart. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. All right, and we have for Claire, patience. Now's the time to learn, study and gather information. Enjoy being a student. That doesn't mean going to college. It means, you know, of life, because in the future you'll synthesize your knowledge into action. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Right, I'm just going to sip on my coffee. Next I have Maisie. Hi Maisie, it's good to see you. I know Maisie. Maisie went to uni with me, and I love her a long time, and she's a teacher now. I'm very proud of her, because it wasn't always easy. Maisie, I see happy families, but you've got a few issues, but you hide them well, okay? There's a moving on for you as well. So whether that's moving home or you're moving on in a situation, I'm not sure. But I do see a moving or a fluidity moving there, okay? And it's saying as well, leave the past problems behind to get the new beginning. There's a pregnancy around you, Maisie, so if you don't want to get pregnant, be careful, or it's going to be someone pretty close, all right? And I see you're worried about your mum's health. Don't worry, I'm not seeing anything bad there. She can be critical. She says some things that are quite painful, and I understand that, but you have to kind of realise that she doesn't necessarily mean it the way it comes across. And I see that you are spending money on probably your sister, actually, to be fair, or you will be very soon. And you've got a fella in, an older man in spirit, who's coming actually through the cards as well as generally. And I think he's your gatekeeper, okay? And I think he looks after you and makes sure everything's cool and you don't get bad spirits around you. Because I think you sense them, I think you feel them around you, but you're just not sure. It's like you see something out the corner of your eye. It's a lot of control cards and a bit of chaos because you threw the cards out, right? I see 3 control cards there that says to me, Maisie, you've got a little bit of OCD. So you probably make life quite hard for yourself as well. So I'm seeing that being an issue as well, all right? And for an angel card, we have... Oh, Grace and Antoinette again. To help heal the situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Okay, so whoever that's involved with, you'll know it will come up, okay? So you know about it, you can deal with it. Next one we have is Laura Jane. Laura, hi. Laura, you've got a youngster around you who's got some ADHD, Asperger's kind of autistic tendencies. He tends to, whoever it is, it can be up to 20. But this person is, does things silly, you know, it's like stupid stuff. They just don't think. They're actually really clever, but they don't use it in the right way, all right? So I see that being an issue. And I see you've got a new beginning, and it really is a lovely new beginning because the sun is lovely. The sun is, it's like, imagine gazing up at the sun and feeling the warmth. And it's like the type of new beginning where you start again, knowing what I know now. That's, which is what I always say. It's like, if I could do it again, I know what I know now. And I see you stabbing yourself in the back. Not stabbing yourself in the back, sorry, I'm getting that wrong, Laura. What you're doing is you've been cheated on in the past, and you have issues with trust. So that kind of carries forward. And I want to say not everyone's the same. Alright. Claire, I have. Zana, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. Okay, sweetheart, hope that makes sense to you. Next, I have Jenny Sanders. Hi, Jenny. Hope you're well. Oh, Jenny, you're a bit chaotic as well. You've actually thrown a card in the drawer. Right, this one. Said Jenny, you're your own worst critic, all right? So you've got your problems, everyone has. You deal with them, and then you beat yourself up for it. So you are your own worst critic. You're worse than anyone else around you. I see that you are permanently busy. You've never got time to think, Jenny. But what is nice about the Magician is, as much as you're busy, you are actually, you've got everything there. Everything's there on the table, but you're just too busy to see it. All right? And see, there's an older lady with a sharp tongue who drives you mad. I believe the grandmother, whoever it is that I'm also getting, is a chip off the old block. She's the one that is... Oh, I wouldn't want to mess with her. But she's coming through. She's a strong lady. She's a strong character. And she's back in your past. Now, she's saying to me that your little boy is fine. All right? So I think that's something, I don't know if it's somebody, a spirit boy or what, I don't know. She's just saying your boy's fine, all right? I hope that makes sense to you, Jenny. I'm going to leave their love with you, okay? Jenny, we have Yvonne. You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. I hope that makes sense to you. And now I have Annalise. Hi, Annalise. I see you a lot. Annalise, there's a pregnancy around you, and I see you've got a soulmate as well, so if you haven't got him now, you will have soon. All right, I'm seeing you trying to control other people's problems, but it's the other people's problems that stop you from moving on. And it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to let go of their problems, because you got enough of your own. Don't worry about theirs, okay? And that's a lesson you need to learn today. And Elise, you've got the Chariot, so that means you need to go ahead with your plans and ideas. You know what you want to do. Do it, okay? Everything's there for you. You've just got to look for it, okay? It's all there. Yeah, chip off the old block, the lady. She's making me smell cooking, so I think that would be something that her house always smelled like. All right, mixed with like a lavendery smell, okay? And you've got the Death card, which means you've been very depressed, Annalise. There is a deep depression, but you've got the Death card, which means that everything is changing. All right, you've been through the worst. The best is yet to come, and that's where you're moving on. All right, so that's a great card. It's a brilliant card to have, Annalise, and it means that things are working your way. But you're tempted to change things at the moment. I can see a temptation there. All right, so you've got the Devil and the Angel, and you're not sure what to do. All right. Go with it. Go with your gut. Always really trust your gut. I think that's important. Let's find a card for you. And I have, Archangel Michael. I'm with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. All right, sweetheart. I hope that makes sense to you. And I'll leave everyone's love with you. Samantha Ross. Samantha, there's some backstabbing going on behind your back. Somebody's causing trouble, okay? You've been through the worst of it, though. They've already caused trouble before, all right? You've been through the worst of it. You're coming to a better place, but there is someone, there's just someone, you think you're moving on, and there's someone just nitpicking, and it's within a group. It's not just on their own. They're within a group of people, okay? Sam, well, I'm having trouble swallowing. Somebody died who had problems with swallowing. Whether it was, I don't know, but it's here. And it's given me a problem swallowing. I don't know if it was, I'm not very up on medical terms, but it's like they had issues with that, all right? I think that's somebody around you that's doing that, and they're coming into my space. They're giving me a headache as well, so I think you're struggling with headaches. Whether that's that you need your eyes tested, I'm not sure, but they're saying it's something you headaches, and they're taking my mind to glasses, right? And you are learning to do your problems one at a time, which is better than you used to be, which is great. But you make out you're brave and you're strong all the time, and you're not really. And you know, you're a bit like an armadillo. You know, you're crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside, and people don't always see that side of you. And you know, sometimes it's hard to maintain that you're strong all the time. And I see that you are aware of spirits around you, which is great. All right, Samantha, and don't be afraid of them. My mum always said, don't be afraid of the dead, it's the living that will hurt you, and that is so true. And they hurt all the time. Right, and for you, I have Daniel. I'm the angel of marriage. I'm assisting you right now. So that'll be to do with relationships. So it doesn't mean to say you're going to run out and get married, but it's to do with relationships, okay? So whether your relationship currently needs improvement, or whether it's that you're going to get a new relationship, I'm not sure. But it's there, okay? And I'll leave that with you. Amelie, hi. Amelie, your money's improving, okay? So there's going to be an improvement in money, but you're very, very focused. So you kind of you deal with things on your own. You don't want any help. You're focused, you're driven, you know where you want to go, all right? So what I'm saying and say to you, Amelie, is money's a bit of a mess, but it isn't going to improve, okay? It's going to improve soon. And there is some backstabbing, all right? There's one person saying stuff, okay, to someone else. It's like things you say to people, they then elaborate, and it's like Chinese whispers, and there's some of that going on, which is strange because I know that you're quite a tight unit. So it's someone out of that unit, all right? And I see that you're worried about an older man's health. Don't worry, it's going to be fine, okay? I don't see anything bad happening. I see you being, there's a bit of control cards, so the OCD's kicking off a bit. And I see that you've got the Fool. As you know, the tarot runs on the Fool's journey, so it begins from 0 and runs on the major arcana through to 2021. And the Fool is the rebirth, and that's where you step off the cliff and do something new, and that's the position you're in at the moment. So that's cool. A bit messy though. You're a bit all over the place, a bit chaotic, and I assume it's Dave. Calm when he wants to be. All right, probably cleverer than he gives himself benefit for. And I see that you need to write things down because you're forgetting stuff. So make notes, write lists. Okay, lists are important to you right now. All right. Oh, find a card for you. It's just flown out. Azure. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. All right, Amelie? I hope that makes sense. And I'll leave your great-grandmother's, no, your grandmother's love with you, okay? Michelle Wadey. Hi, sweetheart. Good to see you. Michelle, I see you need to write stuff down because you are forgetting stuff. There's one thing that you haven't put on a list. I don't know if you write lists or not, but it's saying you need to, all right? And I see that you don't see the good things about you. You're trying to put money away, but it's not happening. And there's a pregnancy around you as well, and I think I had that for Jade as well. So, yeah, I don't think you're getting away with that, and that's going to be pretty close. All right, I see that you've got a youngster who's got some ADHD or some Asperger's that you're worried about at the moment. Don't worry too much. And I see that you struggle with trust, so you kind of like, I know you're in a relationship, but there is that element of distrust, mistrust there. It could also bleed into friendships as well, because you don't know who you can trust. It's like you've had grief, and you can't rely on the trust. All right, and I think that's something that, oh yeah, you're chaotic at the moment, so things are all up and down. You're getting people out your life. I think I've told you that before. Absolutely, you need to do that, and please don't lend money out. You've got that card again. Please don't, because you can't afford to lose it. All right, and I see a little bit of control, so a little bit of OCD. But you're more in control of your problems than you used to be, so that's a good thing. But absolutely can't get away from that pregnancy card. I'm sorry. I hope it's going to be a happy one. And then I've got that you see spirits, or you're more aware of them than you used to be, which is great, Michelle. Right, okay, I'm just going to get an angel card for you. And we have for you, Michelle, Ray, yoga and exercise are important to your well-being, peace of mind and spiritual growth now. Okay, so give yourself some time because you're a bit chaotic and you need to calm down. Sorry, Michelle, it's true. I can't get away from it. Right, Kay Wilkins. Hi, Kay. Missed you. Haven't seen you for ages. Kay, you don't see the good things about you. And you struggle. So people come into your life, and potential partners actually, and you kind of push them away. It's like because you don't see the good things about you. You have to believe when people give you a compliment, it's for a reason. Let them give it, accept it, because eventually they won't give you compliments anymore. So accept the compliment, okay? Because it's there. And I see that you feel like you're stuck in the middle. There's arguments all around you, and it's like you're Geneva in the middle, trying to keep peace. Whether this is happening now or will be happening soon, but it's certainly something quite considerable, where you feel like, God, it's crazy. And I see that as well. You're writing lists, trying to write lists out. You need to keep organised, okay? Because you've slipped. You're not doing as much as you used to. Kay, I want to say she's your mum behind you, but it may not be. It may be a nan. But she comes with a very mothering instinct, okay? So she's quite a tyrant at times, but she comes with a mothering instinct. So she's a lovely soul, all right? And she got a lot of warmth there, a hell of a lot of warmth. And she tells me that she puts her arms around your neck at night to cuddle you, so you must get a cold neck. I see you worried about a youngster who's got some issues, would benefit from probably an assessment of some description. And I see that you're worried about it's potentially ADHD or something like that. And I see that the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is great, second best card, which says it's time Things are going to change for you, okay? But you have to learn with the Wheel of Fortune. To change your fortune, you have to learn how to move the wheel. And you will do. You will do. You will move the wheel. But you have to learn. It's life's lessons. Alright? Let's find a card for you. I think you think it's about time you change that wheel. You are confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. Alright, Kay, I hope that makes sense. Aaron Bagnall, blimey, you're awake. Thought it was only me that was mad, and Sheila. Hi, Aaron. Aaron was with us last night. Well, sort of. You were there. Aaron, you make out you're strong, but you don't feel like you are. Alright? And I feel like a fraud because I know you, but I'm seeing that sometimes you rush into things without thinking. You have absolutely... you would benefit from some counselling. I don't know if you've had any, but you would benefit from some more, I see. I see that you've got some little bit of OCD, so there's things you like to do a certain way, and I see that everything's there for you. You're just in a bit of a mess. It's like you're always busy, and everything's there. You just don't have a chance to see it. And you are aware of spirit. We know that. You've learned that. And I see you're checking your money all the time, checking the bank, which is cool. You're trying to put money away, but you're not doing very good at it. But you are learning to leave other people's problems behind, all right? Your relationship's brilliant. You've got a really good mum with you. And I think she's your mother in spirit. If it's not your mother, it's your nan, all right? But she's on your mother's side, all right? And she's come through as well. And you've got a little... you've got a little boy as well. And whether he's yours or your nan's, I'm not sure. I need some nicotine. Sorry. Right. Yeah, a little bit of OCD here, Aaron. And you don't see the good things about you. I want to say to you, you need to start doing that, all right? You're more in control of your money than you used to be, so things are good in that respect. But I see you're tempted to do something different. You've got the devil there. So you're tempted to change something. And you've got the devil and the angel, and I think you should go ahead with it. Go with your gut. All right, Aaron? And you have... now this might be... It says... No, conditions aren't favourable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide and comfort you. So, yeah, put that on hold for a bit and look into it a bit deeper, whatever it is you're thinking of doing. All right? Abby Lissenden. Is it Lissenden? Abby Liss. Abby Liss. Abby. Abby, you've got the Wheel of Fortune as well. So things are changing for you. You can move that wheel, but you have to learn. You have to learn life's lessons. But I'm also getting you being as your own worst critic. So again, you deal with your problems, but then you beat yourself up for having them in the first place when you've already sorted it. You know, I want to say to you, calm down on yourself. You make life really hard. I see money's improving for you though, and there is a pregnancy around you, okay? That's going to be in the next year, and it's going to be close enough for it to come in the cards. And I'm also seeing you pretending, making out you're strong when you don't feel it. And you are getting some people out of your life. There's a big move for you, sweetheart. There's a big shift. So you're going to be getting some people out of your life, and then you're moving on. All right, but there is the warning that you have to leave the other people's stuff in the past. All right. To be able to get that move on, all right? It is quite a shift, though. There's a considerable fluidity coming in there, Abby. And I see that you're struggling money, but you're more in charge than you used to be, and you keep checking your bank all the time, so you're particular. But I'm seeing that you're impatient, and you want things to happen now, and sometimes life isn't like that, all right? I hope that makes sense, Abby. Let's get an angel card for you, sweetheart. So, yeah, change it all. There's big changes for you. Big. We have for you Akasha. You're a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine mission. All right, sweetheart. So yeah, do it. You've obviously got the wherewithal to do it. Go for it. Hang on. Coffee and nicotine. Right, next is Lorraine Doris Kirsch. Hi, Lorraine. I haven't seen you since Ali's wedding. It must be nearly a year ago. I hope you're well, sweetheart. God, we've got some new beginnings for you. You've got the world coming through as well. The world is a top card. It's the first time I've seen it today. That says everything's coming to you, all right? You've got to believe you've got it, though, because you kind of focusing on the not so good when actually things are pretty good there, you know? It's all changing. There's a move or a move on in the situation, but which has to happen, all right? This is a natural movement, okay? And I've got that you are very much like me. You believe in heaven, well, not heaven, but you believe in spirits. You believe in like the earth and the universe and everything keeping us up, possibly potentially pagan roots, or you should have. But what I'm seeing is you don't always see good in the past, and I think that's something you need to learn. You need to learn again. That's the second time I've said that with you. You need to learn to look in the past, Lorraine. Your mother's looking over you. She's absolutely, I assume she's your mother. She absolutely loves you to bits. She didn't show you some love at times, but she didn't mean it. All right. And Lorraine, you are your own worst critic. All right, you beat yourself up with your problems as you have them. But there's a pregnancy coming around you. You're going to find out about it within the year. All right, so hopefully that's a lovely news for the pregnancy. All right, I hope that makes sense to you, Lorraine. But you've certainly got a new beginning, as I say, and it may involve getting some people out of your life. But it is the end of the rubbish. All right, so it's a big new beginning. Let's find a card for you. For you, we have Desiree. So no conditions are favourable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help guide and comfort you. Okay, so that's got to be a different thing, or always connected to what you're going to be doing, but there is quite a lot of fluidity there. All right, I hope that makes sense. Right, Taz Dixon. Hi Taz, hope you're well. Taz, depression, quite deep. So you've struggled in the past. I'm glad you got over it to an extent, but it raises its head. It's like peaks and troughs. I'm getting, I think it's an auntie or an aunt. It might be a great aunt, but she's coming through as well as an older lady who's really little, okay? Now, she is saying to me that you aren't looking after yourself properly, Taz. You need to look after yourself. You need to eat better. I understand it's hard, but there's something you're missing. Something you're missing out your diet. I'd say if you don't eat vegetables or something like that. Right, there's the new beginning for you, Taz, which is the good one. It's the one of fantasy. It's the one of everything you've ever wanted. All right, but you have to believe it to let it happen, because you don't believe it. All right, and sometimes you block things. Okay, I've got an older man with a sharp tongue. When I say older, he's over 40, who's critical and who drives you mad. And I see, Taz, that you try and put your head down and get all your issues, get all your problems sorted, and you want to do it single-handedly. You're very independent, which isn't a bad thing. And I see your life's actually really good. You've got the world coming through as well, Taz. But I've got somebody as well around you who is between 20 and 40. Now, they can be quite critical. You've got a proper pile of critical people. That may be a partner, or it may be another older person, but who, again, rushes. They're on the go all the time, and they're coming through as somebody either who worries you or somebody you're going to have to deal with, all right? And that's going to be soon, if not already, all right? Let's get an angel card for you. I have Indriel. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all its inhabitants. Hope that makes sense to you, sweetheart. Right, Shona. Shona still hasn't had baby. Dying to go round there. Excited. Love babies. I'm going to be a birthing partner. She's not allowed to have it when we go to East Drive. Right, Shona. Your relationship is going to get better, all right? I have got a partnership where you connect on a deeper level, all right? I have got temptation to change things. I've got where you're not sure what you're doing, you're not sure, and there's the devil. So you've got Oh, want to do this, want to do that, alright? Now I've got you doing something to help you earn more money, so you're going to learn something that's going to be a positive, okay? But you're trying to put money away, but you're not doing very well at it. And somebody's causing trouble behind your back, Shona. I don't know who it is, but I'm sure you'll be aware when it comes to it. But don't worry about it. And I've got you not seeing the good things about you. Half of your problem is you don't see the good things about you, and you need to reflect on the good as well as everything else, all right? It's not all bad, okay? And yeah, the devil's there. So start writing stuff down, Sharon, because you're going to forget something. Make lists. Make lists. Dream. Ask. Well, you know this from stuff I've done with you before. Dream, believe, receive. You have to dream it, believe it, and you will get it. All right. And it does work. All right. Put it on your vision board if you haven't already. Okay. And yeah, you're leaving other people's problems behind, and there is definitely a move. Okay, but you have to leave other people's problems behind to make that move. All right, or to make it happily anyway. And for an angel card for you, Shane, we have Caressa. You're at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon the angels to comfort and guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you. All right, so you've had that kind of stop, and now you're going to be moving on, which is great, and we know that anyway. So it's a good card to have. All right, sweetheart. And I'll see you very soon. Granddad's there. And he's telling me that he moved something. You couldn't find it this week, and he moved it, and then you look back and it was there. All right, so little git. But he likes to move stuff. Okay, so I'll leave his love with you. Robin Stevens. Hi, Robin. I hope you're well. Let's see what we got for you. Robin, you're hard on yourself as well. So you kind of critical on yourself. You want everything to work out. You've got a spiritual lady around you, somebody who believes in spirit, or somebody who is open to, probably doesn't realise actually. But you struggle with their insecurity because sometimes they are make things difficult when they don't have to be. And I see that you're leaving some other people's problems behind you, which is great. So there's some adults that you've been helping, but you're going to say no, it's enough, and you're going to move on. All right. I see you don't see the good things about you, which is sad. But I think you can learn to do that. That's you enjoy working, you enjoy doing what you do, but you feel trapped by it. You've got Gypsy in your family somewhere, Robin, so you feel trapped by it. You don't see a way forward. All right, and you like to change things, and that can be an issue as well. But you make out you're strong all the time, and you don't feel it, and that keeps coming through again and again. All right, actually, you're not in a bad position, so go with it. You know, you enjoy your work, you enjoy everything else. Start seeing the good things about you because others do. All right, Robin. And for you, we have, right, you've got a child coming into your life. You have a gift of working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. So you will be helping children somewhere along the line, whether that's whatever, children, grandchildren, I don't know. But yeah, okay. I hope that makes sense. And I'll leave his father actually. I think it's a father. He says, right, why are you worried about your heart? It's either you're worried about your heart or he had heart issues, and that's what happened. Because I'm getting like it was like almost like a broken heart. All right. You get tired. You get really tired really easily, and you make out you're not, but you keep dozing on the chair. Yeah, Robin, go easy on yourself. Life's not easy for any of us. And for you, we have... You got a youngster around you who's got some issues, could do with some counselling. Alright, they're a bit silly. When I say youngster, they're over 20. They're a bit silly, and they do silly stuff. Oh, what am I doing? I'm having a moment. I've done Robin, right, okay, Sharon. Sharon next. Sharon Rawding, hi. Let's see what we're doing with you. Sharon, a bit chaotic. You're going to get some people out your life. You either are now or you have done recently. But it's going to be for the best. It's a positive move, all right? You're worried about an older man's health and you don't need to worry, okay? He's going to be fine. But I see that there is a cause for concern in your mind, whether that's now or whether that's something that's going to happen. But when it does, you can think, well, it's going to be okay because you've got that confirmation, all right? So I hope that makes sense. Sharon, I've got a mothering thing with you. It's either your mother or your grandmother, but it would be probably potentially on your mother's side. But there's a love there. There's a broken heart. I don't know if that's hers or yours, but there's a broken heart there. And it makes me sad. So it's something that you will only know this, okay? And Sharon, you've got a little girl in spirit who would never have been born. Now, she may be yours, she may be your mother's. I don't know, but she would be either a miscarriage or possibly a termination. I don't know. But she's ever so cute. But she will move your shiny stuff, all right? And you're going to hear about a pregnancy as well around you soon. You're tempted to change things. You've got the devil. So you think that it's time for change, all right? It's up to you to decide to do that. The worst is over because I've got the death card. So you've done the worst. The best is yet to come. But you make out you're strong, Sharon, and you really don't feel it at times. Let people know because then they can help you. And you're not in it on your own. You've got people around you. And sometimes it feels very lonely. The phrase that's coming into my head is I could be in a crowd of people and still be lonely. All right, Sharon. And I'm seeing that it's not weak to be not strong. And you've got Gypsy in your family, Sharon, so you like to change things. You might change your room round. You might change the colours, whatever. But you like to change things. Let's find a card for you. And we have... oh, child one again. You have a gift for working with young people and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching or parenting children. Now maybe you've had all your children and maybe that's grandchildren, I'm not sure. But there you go, alright? I'll leave their love with you, my sweet. And now I have Karen. Can I just have a bit of coffee? Because my mouth's drying. I'm starting to see thanks coming up, so that's good. Karen Jenkins. Hi, sweetheart. Saw you last week. I think you came to a couple of my groups, I think. Karen, you're your own worst enemy. You beat yourself up when, you know, there's no reason to. You're beating yourself up over your own problems, which you've already sorted out. Go easy on yourself. I see you've got a partner or a child. This is someone over 20 who has issues or has problems, and you know they could have been when they were younger diagnosed with ADHD or Asperger's or autistic tendencies, but they say and do silly stuff and they rush into things without thinking, and I can see that they actually would benefit from some counselling. So I don't know what's gone on there, but I can see this is somebody you're worried about, okay? And I see you've got a man around you with a sharp tongue. An older man, okay, so he can be critical at times, whoever he is, all right. You've got the second best card of happy families, so you've got the happy, okay, but you are very private, so you don't like people to know your problems. You like to keep a lid on it. It's kind of like a personal thing for you, all right. And I see a new beginning, but you're very impatient. And the new beginning is the sun, so that means that you can do, well, you know when you say if I could do it all again and know what I know now, and that's what you're going to do, all right. You come into a lovely new beginning, but don't let the children, because you've got youngsters who are, one's quite critical and say stuff that possibly shouldn't be taken the way it is. Do you know what I mean? Karen, I want to say again, your mother is there, but I don't know if she's your mother or your grandmother. I'm not sure. Okay, my darling, I just know it's a mother feeling. And I know that there's a fireplace somewhere, and there's something on the fireplace. I don't know if it's yours or if it was hers. There was something on the fireplace that was important, or is important, okay? I don't know if that relates to that person, but I obviously, that's down to you to know. And I see you've got a sharp-tongued woman around you who drives you mad as well. Now, the world's a brilliant card. The world says, you know, you are at a new beginning. The world is brilliant. You've done all your learning, all right? And you times that with the sun, then you're doing it. You're going to be fine, all right? You've got a new beginning. You've got everything going for you. Angel card for you, I have. Desiree again. No, conditions aren't favourable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide and comfort you. Okay, so see how you get on. All right, go with it, but let them show you the way. Okay. Next, Hayley. Hi, Hayley. I hope you're well. I know, I bet you're busy. I hope you're well. You've got an older lady with some health or worries about health that you're worrying about. Again, I'm not seeing anything bad coming with it, so I think you're going to be fine, or she's going to be fine. But I do see it might not have happened yet. It might be something that's going to happen. And your grandmother, I think, assume it's your grandmother, has just come and she's done this on your head, so you get an itchy head sometimes. And that's her, because she's just done it to me. And you're also worried about an older man as well. So you've got two people that you're worried about. Probably in the current climate. I understand that. But you've got to start writing things down, Hayley, because you're letting things slip. There's things in your private life, perhaps, that you haven't written down. All right, whether that's a letter or an appointment or something. But there's something important that you haven't written down that you should have done. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means things are changing for you. They are, but you have to learn. It's all about learning life's lessons to turn that wheel, okay? I mean, it's education. So you need to do that, to allow that movement. Oh, and you're a bit chaotic at the moment, so you haven't got time to breathe. But I also see that you're very independent and you try and do things on your own. There's a Happy Families card. It's the second best one. You've got your own problems, but you've got a handle on them. But the ones you have, you hide. So you're very private. You don't like people to know. All right. So, you know, that's something you can work on. Yeah, definitely write stuff down because there is issues coming up there somewhere. All right. So make note of that. Literally. Right. Angel card for you, Hayley. We have. Oh, Michael. I'm giving you courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. That was for Hayley Bell, all right, sweetheart? Because I've got two Hayleys right next to each other, but that was for Hayley Bell, okay? Next we have Hayley Mountain. Hi. How are you as well? Haven't spoken to you for a while. Hayley. Hayley, you've got a man in spirit who's coming through in the cards, actually. I'm assuming he's like quite close. I want to say like an uncle to you. So whether it was a great uncle or what, I don't know. But it's like an uncle to you. He could even be a family friend, because I mean, we had family friends that were aunts and uncles. But Hayley, you're not moving on in your life. You get told things, you get told the way forward, and you always go the opposite way. It's like I want to say to you, I'll tell you, so you'll do the opposite. So you're a bit of a bugger. So if somebody says to you, go turn left, you'll turn right, just for the hell of it, Hayley Mountain. And I see that you're worried about what others think of you. Why? Why were you worried about it? You chuck it in the fuck it bucket. You've got someone around you with a sharp tongue, when she's into things, drives you mad, but you take on all their problems, and that causes you issues. It's like I want to tell you, you need to move, because there is a moving card, so there is fluidity there, but you need to move on in everything, and you have to leave other people's problems behind you to get that new beginning that you need. All right. And I see that you enjoy doing what you do around the house. You're quite house proud in a lot of ways. But I see that you have got to now, or you have recently got some people out of your life. Now, getting these people out of your life is a positive, all right? Don't think of it as a negative, all right? And I see that you're tending your money, All right, so you're looking out for it. You're keeping an eye on it. You're seeing what's going on with it. So I've got Gemma Louise Lorena Tickner. I just want to make sure we got her on the list, Sheila, because she's saying, "Am I on the list?" And I'll read for you in order, Gemma, when I get there. Right, next we have, and Lisa Morrison as well, is someone, Sheila, that is friends with me, so it's potential that you might not see them. Oh no, you've got Lisa. Right. Hayley Mountain, we have, you have a special bond with animals. Your pets in earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. All right. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you, my sweetheart. And I'll leave their love with you. Angie Wilcox. Hi, sweetheart. Hope you're well. Angie. Oh, it's pregnancy. It's pregnancy for you as well. Now that's going to be close. It's close enough for it to come in the cards. It doesn't mean it's you. It could be somebody near, all right? But you're going to find out about it soon. You're very spiritual. You're very in touch with spirits. So you see spirits, or you're aware of them being around. I would believe you do this, or you should do this. It's like I want to say to you, yeah, you should be doing this. You should be absolutely 100%. But you're not seeing the good things about you. You don't see things in the past that are good. And Angie, you've absolutely got the spiritual side, 100%. All right. Assume again, sort of an older lady. I'm assuming she's grandmother, but she's saying that you've seen her. You've seen her, one in the mirror and two sitting in an armchair. Now, whether that's out the corner of your eye or not, I don't know. But she's saying you've seen her. All right. And there's a little boy running around as well, and he makes all your pictures go out true. Oh, and you're a bit chaotic. Can I see that you're juggling money and riding the seas of finance? I think we all are. All right. I see it's a bit messy money at the moment as well. But I've got the Chariot, which is great. It means that it's time for you to go ahead with your plans and ideas. You know, believe in yourself. And yeah, you're absolutely spiritual. But I see there's a lady with a sharp tongue that drives you mad, is quite critical around you. She's an older lady. And please be careful, Angie, because there is some backstabbing going on. All right, there's a group of people gossiping somewhere. You'll find out about it. But that's you, all right? It's the same as me. That means that you believe potentially in pagan ways, or if you don't, you should do. All right? But see the good in the past, because that's important. Right, and we have Angie. We have Oceana. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. Alright, go with it. You know what to do. Okay? Trust in it. Now, I have Jade Seeley. Hi, Jade. I hope you're well. Jade, you got someone around you. I don't know if it's whether it's a partner or what. They're very, very calm, very clever. In actual fact, they're a bit boring. You know, they're not dynamic. Alright? I see that you've got plans and ideas you want to go ahead with. And I've got the Sun, which is a new beginning, where you start again but know what you know now, and you're much more in control of your emotions than you used to be. So you used to be on a roller coaster, but you're getting better. All right. I see you enjoy doing what you do. You enjoy it. You enjoy it, whether you're working or what you're doing. You're enjoying it, okay? And I see that you're worried about what other people think. Jade, I want to say, don't worry about it. That's not their lives. Your life, all right? And an older lady with a sharp tongue is coming through, both in cards and in spirit, okay? She's quite a tough cookie, and she would be someone that has plenty to say in the past. And yeah, the wheel's turning for you as well, Jade. So yeah, you've got the wheel of fortune, but to get it to change, you have to learn. It's all about belief and learning lessons, all right? And you've got a soulmate, so you either have now or you've got one coming. And I've got you staying in too much, Jade, but you've got plans and ideas. Well, we're all staying in a bit too much, but you've got things you want to do, my sweet, and I think you should do it. And I've got exactly that. Take action. you're in touch with your truth in the situation. You need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. Alright, now I think that's important for you to know. Right. More coffee. Mouth's drying, sorry. Oh, Annalise, that's lovely. She's bought a set of angel cards so she can do her own every day. You know what? Necessarily do it every day. If you do one every couple of days and put it on your board, or did you do a vision board with me? Put an affirmation card. If you look, I've got one on my board. Hang on. This is my vision board. Right? See it? And you see it's got a card on it. And I leave it there. And then I can look at it and I can see what it means, and you'll find that it actually works. Okay? So try it. Now we have Susan West. Hi Susan, good to see you. Right, Susan, why do you put yourself on the cross? So you blame yourself for stuff that is nothing to do with you. You've got no control over it at all. Alright? Let go of it. You let people throw tomatoes at you. Give it a rest. Alright? You've got a man behind you. I assume he's either a father or a grandfather. Now he's important, but you smell him around you. I don't know if it's tobacco. I can't tell. It's like mixed smell. Alright? No, cigars as well. Just give you what I see. But you've got the death card as well, so you're at the end of a cycle. You've been through the worst, and now you're coming to reap the rewards of what you've worked for, Susan. I see you're worried about an older man's health. Again, don't worry, I'm not seeing anything terrible happening right now, so let's not worry about that. And I see that you stab yourself in the back with everyone else's problems, and you worry what other people think of you. Susan, for God's sake. You could be me. I'm just like that. But I also see that the wheel's turning for you. So you've got the wheel of fortune. And that's about learning. That's about education. That's about learning life's lessons. And that's what you need to do now. Alright? And you are more in control of your situation. You've also got the world coming through, which is the top card. So you've got the second best and the top. But your problem is you're so caught up with other people's problems. Again, I've got you laying awake at night worrying about other people's problems. I would say to you, you know, sometimes these people are adults and they need to deal with their own. Alright? I hope that makes sense to you. Your granddad, or whoever is your father, you had a lot of love for him. And why is he showing me dice? Did you used to play dice with him or throw dice with him? I don't know. He's showing me dice. Unless it's where we did a board last night with dice, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a bit of control there, Susan, so you've got a little bit of OCD. So you probably make life really hard for yourself. Let's find an angel card for you. You have animals again. Yvonne, you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. Alright? I hope that makes sense. Lisa Morrison, I can't even say your surname, is a very old friend of mine. I haven't seen for a lot of years. I hope you're well. See what we got for you. So, you're dealing with a man with a sharp tongue who's driving you mad. But you're aware of spirits around you, and you've got a grandfather who's coming in as your protector, as your what do you call it? Your gatekeeper. All right. He would have been either military or that sort of uniformed type of man. He's quite strong. He's a strong character, and you're worried about an older man's health. And again, don't worry. But you've got that depression that keeps raising its head. So your mental health is like this. And it's been like it for a while, but I think if you saw some of the things in the past more positively, Lisa, it would make things change for you, if that makes sense. And you're worried about an older lady's health as well. And you're really chaotic. The cards are all over the place. So your brain's all over the place. It's like you're doing a million things at once, but in your head. It's not even like you're doing it physically. But there's a move now that's moving on a situation, I'm not sure. But it is a positive move, all right? Okay, but you have to leave other people's problems behind you. I've got a youngster who's very clever, but doesn't use it. They don't think they have to, alright? It really frustrates you because you're so bright, but you just don't use it. It's like you want to slap them into behaving. And a lot of OCD here, Lisa. I didn't know you had OCD, but you've got a lot of control cards. So you like to be in control one way or the other, all right? I hope that makes sense to you. And money's improving for you, but there is a learning. There's something that you're going to be either learning or in job training or something. It's going to help you to earn more money, which is good, all right? It's a positive. It's a step up. And Lisa, I have for you Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive energy, which kind of goes with what I said about the training and the education. All right. So yeah, good luck. I'll see you very soon, and I'll leave their love with you, Lisa. All right. And we have Gemma Louise Rayner Tickner. Hi, Gemma. I did see you earlier. I did mention you. Oh, Samantha, I'm glad I could place a man with a throat because he was stopping me from swallowing. It was very strange. Gemma, you recently given up smoking? I've got a man here who said to me that he smells of smoke. There's a smell of smoke, but it was something to do with his breathing that caused him to pass. And he's, I don't know if you don't know, but he's given me that smell and he's given me that thought. Okay, so that's important, I think. You've got a pregnancy coming around you as well, Gemma. So if you don't want kids and it's not you, be careful. And I've got you getting some people out your life for the positive. All right, as a positive move, you need to move on. There's a chaos that's going to happen that's going to cause these people to come out of your life. All right. And I see that you're tempted to change things, so the devil's there. So you're tempted to do something different at the moment. Money's a bit of a mess, and you're aware of spirit, but you've got a little bit of depression. Things get on top of you, but you've got a handle on it at the moment. But you're riding it, and it's up and down. So hopefully we're on an up. Yeah. Stop blaming yourself for stuff. It's like you're your own worst critic. But it's lists all the time. Whether you're doing that now and whether you need to do it, I'm getting that quite a lot. All right, so there's quite a lot of organisation that is either required or you're doing. Okay, now you're worried about what other people think of you, and that's what stops you from moving forward. And I want to say, chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Let them get on with it. But I've also got the wheel of fortune, which means that your wheel is turning. Your fortune will improve, but you've got to allow that wheel to turn. Okay, I hope that makes sense. You need to learn lessons to do it. You need to learn. It's all about learning life's lessons. All right. And for you, we have Athena. It's safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. All right, Gemma. I hope that makes sense. Next one, Lauren Hill. Hi, Lauren. I hope you're well. Another one that's got a little bit of depression, sweetheart. Things get on top of you as well. You're up and down. You have good days and bad days, but it tends to be. It's almost like one good day, one bad day. It's like there's no reason why it does it. It's like whoo, up and down, up and down, up and down, and you don't level out. Things are changing for you. You've got the wheel turning for you, which is great, but that's, again, as I say, it's all about learning. It's all about education. And I see that you've got an older man who you worry about their health. Don't worry, there's going to be fine again. We've got a lot of this coming through. I see you've got a child around you who's really clever, really, really clever. You think, how the hell did they pick that up? Indigo child. Look up Indigo. Very, very clever. Been here before. And this youngster sometimes just doesn't concentrate. They won't concentrate because they're above it, really, above learning. And you're going to do some learning, all right? And that learning is going to help you to earn more money because you are going to be more in control of your money, Lauren. But again, you have a little bit of OCD because I'm getting quite a few control cards coming through. And you're going to be spending a lot of money on a youngster as well, very imminently, okay? I've got the World as well, which is brilliant. So the World is a top card, and you've also got the Fool's Journey. So you've got both ends. So you've got everything, and then you go up to rebirth. Yeah, so you're going to do something quite dramatic. You've got everything sorted here, and then you're going to say, right, I'm going to do something different, and it's going to be a kind of a rebirthing, a redoing. All right, and I have for you, Melina. You're confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. Alright, so whatever that is, Lauren. Grandad said, well, I want to call him Pops. I don't know why I want to call him Pops, but he comes to you with a lot of love, and he used to read books. I'm getting Peter Rabbit books. I don't know if it is Peter Rabbit. It looks like Peter Rabbit. Alright, but he used to read these books. Now, whether he was already in spirit and he used to read them to you from spirit, I'm not sure. But you've been aware of him around you for a long time. And I see that you're juggling money quite a lot, Lauren. Riding the seas of finance. Lauren, we have... Oh, funny enough. Schooling, study and education help your life's purpose. Life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. Alright, sweetheart, I hope that makes sense. And I'll leave the love with you. Pauline. Hi, sweet. Hope you're well. You don't normally come on for reading. Money's improving for you, Pauline. Things have been a bit up and down. You've got the sun. So the sun is a new beginning where you do everything again, but knowing what you know now. So that's a really good new beginning. It's a positive one. Alright. Oh, sugar. You're a bit chaotic at the moment. Things are a bit up and down. And I see that you have... Actually, you've got control over your problems. But you've got everything there. You've got the world in your hands. You've sorted it, really, which is good. So your money's a bit of a mess, but it's going to improve. You enjoy doing what you do. You need to write stuff down, Pauline, because you're losing stuff. There's stuff that you're missing. All right, and there is a moving on in situation. Whether that's moving home or moving on, I'm not sure. But what you have to do, it's a warning card, because you have to let other people's problems go to let you go on. All right, Pauline, you're riding the seas of finance. We all are. You're your own worst critic. I don't see you as that. I'm assuming I've got your grandfather, and he's telling me that he touches your face a lot, makes your face itch. Because he cups your... Oh, so sweet. He cups your face in his hands. He does this. I don't know if he used to do it when he was alive, but he does this to you, and it's so loving. There's so much love there. I think that's very important for you to know that. Yeah, you're aware of spirits around you, but you turn away from the good things about you sometimes, and you turn away from the good things in the past. Like they're gone. It's like you're only focusing on the bad, and you need to focus on the good as well. And he's coming through in the cards now, your grandfather figure. Alright? And you got the world, so things are changing for you. You don't trust. That's an issue. You've been cheated on, excuse the motorbikes. You've been cheated on at some stage, or there's been a cheat there, and you don't trust easily, okay? And sometimes you have to let that go and trust in the person, because things are not always that way. And this person can be quite critical at times, this man I'm seeing in your life. And he says stuff and you think, oh God, that was so unnecessary. But he doesn't always mean it the way it comes across. So he's got an unfortunate way about what he says. Let's find an angel card for you. We have... I'm the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. And it's Shanti, which is actually very good because Pauline is into shamanic stuff. So you can't get better than that, Pauline. Alright, okay, I'll leave his love with you. Alright, Julie Mountain. That's why I have it in a travel cup, because it keeps it warm. Have you seen this? The dog is entering my bed. Right. Julie Mountain, you've got a man around you who can be critical, but you've got the son of the man, or the daughter of the man, it can be either, who is exactly the same. They're critical as well. So you've got chip off the old block. So you really got it on you, actually, Julie. It can be quite hard. But Julie, you know, sometimes you take things wrong. Sometimes things are said not exactly the way they're meant, or you take them not exactly the way they're meant. You know, take things at face value, all right? And I see that you're aware of spirit around you. So you've seen your nan. Assume she's your nan. But there's two. There's two women together. All right, now I don't know if they're mother and daughter or if they're sisters. Okay, but they both come through, but they're very similar looking. All right, I hope that makes sense. And I see that you've been cheated on, so you don't trust, but then you've got temptation. So it's like potential that there is almost a sort of something catching your eye, and you're not sure what to do with it, or what to do with them. It's how far you go with the temptation is down to you. I see that you enjoy money and, you know, doing what you do, but there is some backstabbing going on behind your back, Julie, somewhere. I'm not sure where, but there's some. You'll find out about it. And you've got a man around you who's very calm, a little bit boring at times, a little bit staid. All right. And I see that you don't see the good things about you half the time, but there is news of a pregnancy coming your way. So whether that's, how close that is, I don't know, but there is news of a pregnancy. And I've got you worrying about an older man's health. And you're fed up with bickering. There's bickering all around you, Julie. And it's doing your head in. Like this dog's doing my head in. Right, let's find a card for you, sweetheart Julie. Julie, we have... Caressa, you're at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon the angels to comfort and guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. Alright, Julie, so there is quite a change. There's quite a shift. Alright. Now I have Laura Jane Boyce. Hi, hope you're good. Laura, you got... Right. Does your fella need counselling? There's something... Lewis, isn't it? There's something there that is kind of a little bit of a... I don't know if it's an anger issue, a hurt. He needs counselling. He needs to sort it out. He needs to get it out. He needs to say his truth. Because sometimes you don't say your own truth. And you should do when it comes to him. Because he's just as bad. You're like two peas in a pod. You've got an older woman with a sharp tongue drives you mad. But you also worry about her health. But she's got a lot to say about everything. She's quite, like, on it. Alright. And I see that you're making out you're strong when you don't feel it. But also you're Geneva, so you're in the middle of warring factions. So you've got people coming to you and you're in the middle. It's hard because it's like there's battering at each other's heads together. And you're your own worst enemy anyway, so it makes matters 10 times worse. And I see that you are more in control of your money. But there is the kind of jealousy that you don't trust because of what's happened in the past. So you don't always trust your partner, or you don't trust people as well in general. And I want to tell you to kind of go easy, alright? Oh, and you're a bit chaotic because you're throwing me cards. Right. And you're at the end of a cycle in your life, so you've got the death card. Things are going to get better. You've been through the worst. Stop worrying about other people. Alright, worry about yourself. Yeah, because you are going to get some people out of your life. Stop worrying about what people think about you. You've got your soulmate with you. So go with it. You are like two peas in a pod though. Alright, let's find an angel card for you, Laura. Laura, we have... I'm the angel of marriage. I'm assisting you right now. She's going to put a ring on it. That'd be nice. Okay. Belle. Hi, Belle. Hope you're well. Belle, I read for you the other day. Right. You got a fella around you. Sometimes he can be sharp-tongued. He says things that can be taken the wrong way, alright? I see that you don't see the good things about you. You struggle with life, the universe and everything. I can see that. He can also be boring at times. He can be very staid. He sort of stays in the same place, yeah? I see that he has actually a soulmate, which is great. That's really good news. But also don't lend money out because you're not particularly well off. And it's like somebody's going to come to you and they're going to ask you for money, and it may be close. But the warning card tells you that they're not as skint as they make out they are. So that you'd give them your last 2 pence, but they're going to say that they're skint and they're not as skin, all right? If you can afford to lose it, that's fine. But if you can't afford to lose it, I wouldn't give it out. And there is some backstabbing somewhere there behind your back, Belle, so be careful. And one of the little ones has got some issues, whether that's anger issues or what, I don't know. But it's like ADHD or something, or Aspergic type tendencies. And the Chariot tells me, go ahead with your ideas. You've got things you want to do in life. It's time to go ahead with them. Do it, you know, trust in yourself and you'll go a long way, Belle, alright? You have to learn to love yourself, which is something you've struggled with over the years. And for you, I've got Indriel. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all its inhabitants. I do think you have a spiritual side, Belle, and I don't think you address it. But I'm sure one day you will, if I have anything to do with it. Right. Next, I have Tasha Hutchins. Notice I have more coffee and more fags. Had a late night last night. Tasha. It's alright, I'm watching. Sheila puts names up, so I don't miss anyone. Poor Sheila. She gets a hard job. Right. Okay, Tasha. You've got a soulmate. If he's not now, he will be very soon. Alright, there's also a pregnancy you're going to hear about in the next year. If you don't want any more kids, be really careful, because these cards are not wrong. And you've got that there's quite a lot of control cards here, so you've got a bit of OCD. You like things to be the way they are, but you're also, you've got OCD on your own self, to be fair. You make life really difficult for yourself. There's some stuff going on, though, that there's a group of people, and it's not necessarily great. It's worrying you, all right? There's some, you know, talking behind your back. You'll find out about it. Don't worry about that. But you'll sort it. It's not going to be anything that's going to give you a day's worry, but I have to warn you about it. Alright? And I've got you, right, there's some great cards here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means you've got to learn to move the wheel. I've also got the Chariot, which means go ahead with your ideas. You're in the right place. You're ready to exit the gates of the universe and go on and do your great stuff, or do things you want to do. Do it. Apply for that job, or whatever you want to do. Alright? Whether it's training, don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about what other people think of you, because I've got judgment. Don't worry about it. Chuck it and fuck it bucket. Tasha, you're alright. You are leaving other people's problems behind. You're getting better. You've got a sharp-tongued woman, which doesn't help, who's always got something to say behind you. And you're juggling money. But Tasha, you've got everything going for you, sweetheart. Because these cards are saying to me that it's all a move. There's a fluidity. There's a move. Well, it doesn't mean a move of house, but there's a move, a fluidity, and moving on, and everything's going to be absolutely fine. Go with it. Go with your gut. Go with what you want to do, Tash. Don't hold back. Let's find a card for you, Tasha. For you, I was going to say you got a little girl in spirit. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. All right, sweetheart. So I hope that makes sense. And I'll leave their love with you. Alright. Susan Oakes. Hi, Susan. Oh, upside down. You feel a bit upside down at the moment. You feel like life's running away from you. Like it's weird because we've been in lockdown. But for you, Susan, it feels like you've kind of been you've been stationary, and now you can't catch up. So everything's raw. And you're trying to get on, okay? I've got Shah Jones. Have we got Shah Jones on the list, Sheila? Somebody's messaging me privately. And I've got you at a new beginning, which is a good one, which is where, Susan, you're gonna, it's like the one of fantasy. It's like the happy ever after. So that's a really good new beginning. Keep an eye on your bank, all right? I think you check it a lot. Keep an eye on it, alright? Just watch it. There's an older man who gives you good advice, but you don't bloody listen. And then you've got a sharp-tongued woman who drives you mad. All right. Now the sun again. It's all about new beginnings for you, Susan. You've been through some hell and high water. You're coming out the other side. And this new beginning, the sun is all about doing it all again, knowing what you know now, and that's where you're. You know, it's going to be cool. You're at a new beginning. Do it. I know you're juggling money, and I know you don't trust people. You don't trust your relationships. You got so much going on in your life. All right. Believe in yourself. That's the biggest thing I can say to you, Susan, at the moment, is believe in yourself. Card for you, darling, is Azure. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. So let it happen naturally, all right? But you got to believe in yourself. That's the biggest thing I can say to you, Susan. Okay? Maria Chatburn, what are you doing awake? She's another one who was there last night. Sorry you weren't in my group. I didn't really get to speak to you. Maria? You've got a soulmate around you, but you don't always trust him. I've got judgment, so you worry what people are saying about you, and I want to say to you, chuck it in the fuck it bucket, eh? Let them get on with it. Don't matter. You've got a really nosy neighbour somewhere. I want to say she's your mum, Maria. She may not be. She may be your gran. But I'm getting definitely a mothering feeling from her. And she's saying that you've got problems with your hips. Or she had problems with her hips, actually. It could be she's had problems with her hips. Yeah, there's like a Zimmer frame as well around her. So she must have had a Zimmer frame when she was hit. I've got you being your own worst critic, Maria. You beat yourself up with your problems even though you've dealt with them. And I've got the Chariot. So go ahead with your ideas and things that you want to do. Don't let your insecurities hold you back, because that's the only thing that holds you back. And I see that you're in the middle of warring factions. It's like people are arguing and they're telling you, but like two sets of who are arguing, they're both telling you, and you're in the middle, which is kind of hard. But there's a bit of OCD here, Maria. I didn't know you had that. you like to be in control. That's fine. As long as you realise that holding everyone's problems the way you do can really wear you out. And I've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means that things are changing for you, but you have to learn to allow the wheel to change. All right? So remember that. It's their life, the lesson. It's all about learning life's lessons, Maria, and things will change for you. Let's do one more. I want to do another card for you. Oh, there you go. So you are a little bit chaotic. And you've got exactly the same cards as I had. Apart from you've got the Empress, so you're a good mum even though you don't think you are. And money's improving for you. Alright? So there is something that's going to happen, whether that's an increase in work or a new job or something. But there is money going to improve and things are going to be really quite okay. Alright? Everything's going to be peaceful in your garden. Alright, let's find another card for you. And I have Azure. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. Alright, so I think you're going to get that, whatever it is you want to do, that's going to be the big change, okay? Becky Cousins. Hi, Becky. Becky, you've got a little girl in spirit, and I don't know, I want to say she's your sister. I don't think she's yours. I don't think. I think she's your mother's, or you know, she's on that side, or your father's. But she was never born, so she would be either a miscarriage or a loss. But she runs around you, and you are aware of her because you see little like tails of orbs and stuff. And she also makes your legs very cold in the evening because she sits on your lap. She will hide anything shiny, always anything shiny. Alright, so you'll put a pair of earrings down and one will go missing. I think she's always walked with you. Alright. You've got money being a bit of a mess, but, you know, it's dribs and drabs. But you've also got, again, you've got somebody causing trouble somewhere, but you'll be aware of that. You don't see the good things about you, Becky, and you need to. You need to give yourself benefit of the doubt because you've got the top card for happy families. Alright, so you are in a better position than sometimes you give yourself benefit for. When you see these people and you think, oh God, that's like Stepford wives, they've got the most amazing lives. They're not always true, because what goes on behind closed doors. So Becky, you know, don't look to others to gauge your top bar. You're already at the top bar. You just don't have to give yourself a chance to see it. And yeah, you're in control of others' problems. So you try and help people as much as you can. You really do. But there's someone between 20 and 40 who is also critical and rushes into things without thinking, and they drive you mad. And they're related somewhere, okay? Probably somebody you worry about. And you're fed up with bickering. It's like people are bickering around you, but they're all bickering about their own problems, and you want to, you know, slap them really, because it's ridiculous. But you are at the end of a cycle. You've been through the worst, all right? So things are going to work out. It's just a case of, you know, giving it time. All right, Becky? And believe you've got a happy family, because you have. And you have victory. Amiga, victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. Well, you work in the paranormal area, so do I, and it is hard work. It really is hard work, and you don't get anything for it. We do it all for love, and I know that you do too. And keep going. You're gonna do all right. Okay, trust in yourself, because others do. Right, next I have Carol Bodenham. I feel like I've done loads. That lady that messaged me is on the list. Whoever it was I said about is on the list, okay? So I will get to you. We're just working down the list. Right, Carol Bodenham. Carol, you've got a sharp-tongued older lady around you, and you, again, you're your own worst critic, but you've also got a man. So you've got an older lady and you've got a man, and they're both sharp-tongued, so they're probably a couple, or you've made the misfortune of having the same person, like literally either you've married the same person, you're in a relationship with the same person, as a person that's always been the sharp-tongued person in your life. And you're fed up with bickering again, but you are going to stop that, Carol, because you're going to get rid of some people. All right, so these people are going to be for positive, but you've got to move them on. All right, and it's all going to blow up, but it's all going to be fine, and it's going to happen for the best reasons, Carol. All right, because I see happy families coming, but I see you need to write things down because you forget stuff. Whether that's you need to divide stuff up, I want to say, so I don't know how true that is. Carol, you've recently had someone pass in the last year, a lady, I think, or she's telling me that. I don't know if it's just that you've been thinking about her a lot, but she's someone in your past, and she used to have, she used to put your hair up in pigtails, but then put on top of your head. I know. Let's give it as I get it. I see that you're quite spiritual, Carol, but I see you've been through the worst, so you're coming to the other side of it, which is great. And you have got a little bit of OCD. You like to be in control. I understand that, because I've got three of the 4 control cards coming out as I'm shuffling. You've got an older man, sorry, who's like military descent. He's behind you as well, okay? And he's also someone who keeps your guard, okay? He's your gatekeeper, okay? And I see that you're fed up with bickering people just arguing for nothing. That's a problem for you, as well as the sharp-tongued people around you. So you're surrounded by critical people, Carol, and I bet that's quite hard. Right, let's do your angel card. Carol, oh, we have Shanti. I am the angel of peace. I bring you a new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. Alright, I hope that makes sense to you, my sweet. So things are going to improve. Now we have Stephanie Berman. Stephanie Berman. Hi, Stephanie. Yeah, I'm just throwing cards. Right, Stephanie. You're a bit chaotic as well. Right, so you blame yourself for stuff and it's not your fault, your problem. Yeah? So you take things on. probably of other people's. Yeah, you're permanently busy. You don't have a moment to think. You're aware of spirit, so you should be doing some spiritual stuff. You're aware of them around you, whether you sense them. I think you sense them. I'm getting empathic. So you don't like crowds. You don't like being in a crowded room. All right, and you feel closed in a lot. So you've got gypsy in your family somewhere, Stephanie, and that causes you issues. For you, I've got a lady, she's putting a shawl around your neck. Short, not around your neck, around your shoulders. You know, an old-fashioned shawl, but beautiful. So I don't know the significance of it, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, all right? And you've got someone in your life who's between 20 and 40, and they rush into things and do things really stupid, and you're like, oh God, what have they done now? But this person actually would benefit from some counselling. They need to sort of sort themselves out. That's the way they're going to do it. And you stab yourself in the back with probably that person's problems. And the older man in spirit is coming through in your cards now. You're worried about an older lady's health. Don't worry. It may even be your health. Don't worry, because it's nothing horrendous, all right? You need to kind of believe, you have to look into stuff, yeah? It will be okay, honestly, I promise you. But I see that you need to write stuff down because you're forgetting stuff. You've been a bit forgetful just recently, and you've got a youngster around you with a sharp tongue. So this is below 20 who will say what they think, and that drives you mad. So probably could be either the son or daughter of the older one as well. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means that you're turning the wheel, yeah, and fortune's gonna improve for you, but you have to learn. It's all about learning and learning life's lessons to be able to turn that wheel and get to where you want to go. All right, I see you're certainly more in control of your money than you used to be, which is good. Right, Stephanie, we have an angel card for you. We have Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. Alright, okay, hope that makes sense to you, my sweet. Now I have Sam K. Flagging, guys. Be right. Where's some Pro Plus when I need it? Yeah, Char Jones is next. Right, so Sam K now. Sam. Hi. Sam, you are really quite hard on yourself, but you are learning to deal with your problems one at a time. So you used to let them consume you. You used to let them kind of like you couldn't move for them, but you've improved on that. All right, you've worked out how to do it, and you're actually coming to a better place. Money's a bit mess. It's a bit dribs and drabs, but it's there. And you've got an older lady with a sharp tongue around you, who is critical and will say things that maybe you don't want to hear. And I've got that you're staying in too much, but you've got plans and ideas. You have got a new beginning for you, Sam. But another thing that you need to learn here is that you've got you keep an eye on bank, so you keep an eye on your money. But there's somebody going to ask you to lend money, and it's a warning card saying don't lend it because you won't get it back. It's like one of those things that you would lend it to them, you give them your last 2 pence, but it doesn't mean to say that they're in that situation that bad. And I see that you've got an older man around you as well with a sharp tongue, so you're surrounded by him. But also I've got a soulmate for you. So if you're not in a soulmate relationship, you will be soon, all right? Which is positive, because you get quite down, all right? And you have recently or will be soon getting rid of some people out of your life, but for a positive reason, all right? It's everything for a reason, and this is a good reason, all right? Because it's all about learning with you. All about learning life's lessons. It's like, why am I going through this? It's because you had to learn. And you've got you laying awake worrying about other people. Why worry about other people? They can lay awake worrying. You know, just worry about your own problems. And actually, Sam, they're not that bad, your problems, from what I'm seeing. Yeah, you're all right. Things are changing for you. You've got money improving as well, so there's going to be either a new job or an increase in money or something, because you've been juggling money. That's going to change, all right? There's a new job or something that's going to change that. Good, eh? That's good. Good news. And for you, Sam, I have angel cards. Desiree. No, conditions aren't favourable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide and comfort you. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, you know, just look into things a bit more deep. Alright? And then you'll be guaranteed you're going the right way. Now I have Shah Jones. This is the one that messaged me. You can tell I've been at this for nearly 2 hours. Shah Jones. Shah. Spiritual lady. You believe in the universe, you believe everything happens for a reason, but Shah, you need to start seeing the good in the past, because you don't. You pick out the bad and then everything sort of rains down on you and you feel like everything's shit, when actually it wasn't. Not always like that. And I know you were cheated on, I can see that. And I can see that that hurts there and it causes you issues. But sometimes you have to let go. Yeah, I've got the song Let It Go. I can't sing, but I've got that song in my head and I don't know why. Shah, you've got a little boy around you. He is a little git. In spirit, this is. Alright, so this is one that wasn't born. But he's quite naughty and he will move stuff as well, which is unusual because normally the boys don't. But this little one does. Alright. And you've got a soulmate around you. If you haven't, you will have soon. Alright. Money's improving for you, Shah. Whether that's a new job, going out to work, whatever, I don't know. But money's going to come in. It's going to make a change. There's a change there. And you've got a lady with a sharp tongue, an older lady around you who also will say things that you think, oh God, that was a bit unnecessary. But you've also got a youngster around you who's under 20, who's very, very clever. But you worry about them because sometimes they don't concentrate or they do silly things just because they think they're above everyone and they can get away with it. And yeah, I've got you seeing spirit. So you're aware of spirits around you, whether it's dark shadows or what. And I'm getting the light going up your stairs. So you take a picture in your stairs and you should get an orb in it. Alright? It's a pre-manifestation. Don't be afraid of the dead, by the way. It's the living that will hurt you. Okay, Shah? And Shah, I've got you, yeah, stabbing yourself in the back with everyone else's problems and also stabbing yourself in the back with your own. Shah, go easy on yourself. Yeah, and you're worried about what others think. Oh, don't worry about what others think. You're fiercely independent. You want to try and do stuff on your own. You don't want any help. You are, you're quite resilient, but you also make life so much more hard for yourself. And I see you need to write stuff down because you're forgetting stuff, alright? So write stuff down because there's something that's going to slip unless you do. Alright? In terms of angel cards, you have a Stara. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars in your dreams and desires and don't compromise. Alright? That's important for you to know that today. Okay? I'll leave that with you. Jane Ragg. Hi, Jane. Jane, there's quite a deep depression here, so you've struggled over the years. And you've been cheated on, so that's been hard. But you have got a soulmate either around you now or you will have soon, which is good. You connect on a deeper level. It may even be a friend, to be fair, but it's someone who, it's like, it's a deeper relationship, yeah? And I see that you are either moving or moving on in your situation, but again, it's a warning card. You have to leave other people's problems behind. I sound like a record going over the same thing. You have to leave other people's problems behind because you don't get that new beginning if you don't do that, alright? Your boat will sink, yeah? Yeah, you've got that depression keeps raising itself. It raises its head and you struggle to see the good things about you, and it's a lot of insecurities. And I want to tell you to calm down and see the good, okay? And I see that you're staying in too much, but I see that you're also getting rid of people out your life who aren't necessary, people that you don't need, alright? These people are going out of your life for a reason, okay? Don't stress about it. Let them do it, okay? I know it's hard, and I know you're a bit like me. You want everyone to be friends and stuff like that, but there is some people that are quite negative, and it's not doing you any favours. Let's find an angel card for you. You're a bit upside down as well at the moment, Jane. And we have Indriel. You're a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. Alright. So, I think we might be there. I think we might have finished. Just waiting for confirmation. Okay, right. So, if I've missed anyone, I'll go back on the list. If I've missed anyone, I will type you a reading. Sometimes Sheila doesn't see them. Sometimes I don't see them. And sometimes you just get missed off. And it's not anything personal. It's a Facebook glitch for some reason. We can't even, there's no rhyme nor reason to it. It's not because you're friends with someone or anything. Because one week will be one person, next week will be another person. So we do our best to read for everyone. And as you see, it's quite hard, but we do our very best to read for everyone, to give everyone an insight. I do private readings. They are currently on messenger calls, obviously, because of isolating and that. And I charge £15, and that's for about 45 minutes. And that gives you some a glimpse into the past, things that affect you from the past and into the future for the next year. All right, I do when lockdown lifts, I'll be doing them one-to-ones, personals, but they will be £20. Okay. I hope you all make sense. I hope all your readings were great. Love you lots. And we are at East Drive doing a live feed on the 17th of June, which is a Wednesday. I know it's a weeknight. But we're all night live feed, and we will be posting the video as well. So you will get to see the live feed even if you don't watch it at the time. Okay. And it's from the 30 East Drive in Pontefract, where you've got the Black Monk poltergeist. Alright, so we're all going protected up, but it should be a fun night, and it's free to watch, and it will be split screen. We'll have 4 cameras throughout the house. So come on, tell us what you want us to do, tell us what you see, tell us if you see light anomalies. It's going to be good fun. Tell your friends, share it. Alright, and I hope everyone enjoyed their readings, and I leave you with love and light. Alright, have a great Sunday. Alright, bye.